Have you ever felt a vibration in your pocket that signaled the end of your entire world? For me, it wasn't a bomb, just a text message. It was from my own brother David. And it contained only 4 words that shattered everything I knew. Check her location. Now. I was standing in our kitchen in our Lincoln Park brownstone, the scent of the lemon chicken Sarah was supposedly making for her girls' night still hanging in the air. Her phone, connected to our family account, was a glowing dot on my screen. A dot that wasn't at her friend Jessica's place in River North. It was pulsing steadily from a boutique hotel off Michigan Avenue, a place we'd once bookmarked for our anniversary. My heart didn't just break, it detonated, leaving a cold, silent void where my life used to be. The initial shock was a physical blow. I stumbled back, grabbing the cold marble of the countertop to keep from collapsing. The dot on the map wasn't just a location. It was a judgment. For 10 years, Sarah had been my everything. We built a life, a home. I'd supported her through her master's degree, celebrated her promotion at the marketing firm, held her when her mother passed. I was the loyal, steady husband. And for what? To be a punchline in a story she was writing with someone else in a hotel room I was supposed to take her to. The humiliation was a hot acid in my throat. I pictured her laughing, her head thrown back, in that way she did with him. Who was he? The question pounded in my skull. The first crack in the perfect facade had appeared a few months ago, so small I'd dismissed it. Late nights at the office became more frequent. "We're pushing for the quarterly targets, babe," she'd say, her voice tired over the phone. Then there were the hushed phone calls she'd take in the other room, the way she'd angle her laptop screen away from me if I walked into the study. DC receipts from expensive restaurants in my email from our joint account lunches for 2 at places I'd never been. When I asked, she'd wave it off. Client meeting, just schmoozing. She was so good at it. So dismissive and confident that she made my questions feel like accusations, like I was the one with the problem. She became a stranger in our own home, cold and distant. The easy affection we shared vanished, replaced by a brittle politeness. If I tried to touch her, she'd flinch. "I'm just so stressed, Mark," she'd sigh, turning over in bed, presenting me with a wall of her back. She made me feel like I was suffocating her, that my love was a burden. The worst part was the gaslighting. She'd twist my words, making me the villain. "Why are you so insecure all of a sudden?" she'd ask, her eyes full of manufactured pity. "It's like you don't trust me anymore?" She and her lover, whoever he was, must have felt so untouchable, laughing at the clueless husband back at home. That Friday night, staring at the map, was when the loyal man died. I sank to the floor, the cold tile seeping into my bones. The pain was absolute, a physical agony that left me breathless. I didn't cry. It was a grief too deep for tears. In that moment, something new was forged in the wreckage of my heart. A cold, hard resolve. The breakdown was silent, but the man who got up off that floor was not the one who had fallen. He was strategic. He was ruthless. My first move was to call my brother. "She's there," I said, my voice hollow. "The Grand Hyatt." David was silent for a moment. "Okay," he said, his voice firm. "Don't do anything. Don't call her. Don't text her. You hear me? You go dark. You are a ghost." He was right. Motion was a liability. I needed proof. Cold, undeniable proof. The next few weeks were a masterclass in deception. I became the perfect, oblivious husband again. I'd kiss her goodbye in the morning, ask about her day, and listen to her intricate lies with a placid smile. Inside, I was a machine, recording everything. I installed a keylogger on her laptop. I recovered deleted texts using a software I found online. The affair partner's name was Alex, her boss. The smug, silver-haired executive who shaken my hand at the company Christmas party and told me how lucky I was. The texts were sickeningly cliché. The secret lunches, the late-night meetings, the plans for a future together once she'd figured out how to leave me. I saved every message, every photo, every hotel receipt. I hired a private investigator, a grizzled ex-cop who documented their every move with telephoto lenses. He got me photos of them kissing in a parking garage on Wacker Drive, holding hands walking into a bar in the West Loop. While she was planning her new life, I was planning her destruction. I met with the best divorce attorney in Chicago, A shark named Ms. Albright. I laid out the evidence. Photos, the texts, the financial records, showing she'd spent thousands from our joint account on her affair. Ms. Albright's eyes gleamed. In Illinois, infidelity affects the distribution of assets, especially when marital funds are used to support the affair, she explained calmly. We're not just going to divorce her, we're going to obliterate her. The trap was set. Sarah's parents were celebrating their 40th anniversary with a huge party at a lavish ballroom downtown. Her entire family, her friends, her colleagues, everyone would be there. It was the perfect stage. The day of the party, I was the doting husband. I told her how beautiful she looked. She glowed, feeling utterly untouchable. As her father gave a heartfelt speech about love and commitment, my private investigator handed a large envelope to the event coordinator. At the end of the speech, the lights dimmed and the large screens on either side of the stage, meant for a slideshow of her parents, flickered to life. It started with a photo of Sarah and me on our wedding day. Then, a photo of her and Alex kissing in the parking garage. The room